Dabo, you did something yesterday with the team that I don't think I can recall Coach doing, and that is that you talked to the team about CJ's potential candidacy as a Heisman Trophy winner. Calling attention to an individual award isn't something a coach usually does.
Were you in my team meeting yesterday? Well, we always do honor roll on Mondays, and like we do every Monday. And we honor our players of the game and all of our different awards that we give for that particular game. And just so happened we had several guys get some national honors, and CJ was one of them, and Kyle Parker, and DeAndre, and one of the things we talked about with CJ was we should take pride in having a young man like that on your football team. Here's a guy that, these kids, they know it. I mean, nobody's practiced harder, nobody's sacrificed more, nobody's more all in than CJ Spiller. This guy does it right on the field, he does it right off the field. He's been a leader. He's been there for his teammates, and he's given every ounce of what he's had all year long. He's been the first guy in the locker room to be an encourager. The comments yesterday were hey, you should enjoy having the best player in the country on your football team, and that should be something that you take pride in. It's not about CJ winning the Heisman. It's about us. It's about us being a great football team. That's what it's about. But we don't all have our head in the mud around here either. This is a special kid and a great football player, and these players need to enjoy playing with a guy like that, and they need to learn from a guy like that. There's young kids on this team that are freshmen and sophomores, and there's some recruits out there, and there's eyes on this guy, and he does it right. I don't know what he's going to do the rest of the year, but if he don't play another snap the rest of the year, this guy ought to be in New York to me. I mean, he's what it's all about. And I want these kids to enjoy. And then one of my things that made me point yesterday was to make sure that some of these young guys observe how he works. You want to know what a Heisman candidate looks like? You got one on your team. You want to know how they work? Just watch this guy on the team. Watch how he goes to class, watch how he handles himself with you guys and so forth. Just he's the kind of role model that we should all be looking up to.
Is it also true that because of some of the feedback you've had from some of the national guys telling you that if you had a better record, you probably would be in the conversation earlier, so that if you continue to have success, that'll go along with it?
Not really. I mean, that's part of it. It's not really something we talk a lot about at all. Really haven't talked about it at all. It's just a deal that, we're 7 games into this thing, and I think I don't know of anybody in the country that's played better than CJ Spiller. But they don't vote on that thing until December. We've got a lot of football left to be played, but if we can have the type of team success that we need, then certainly that would help him in that regard. But that's not. I can promise you this: that's not CJ Spiller's focus. And not one time has he ever mentioned the word Heisman Trophy to me. Not once. Not one time. All he cares about is winning. All he cares about is trying to attain our goals that we have as a team. He's just a special player. And if we have the team success, he'll be where he needs to be when it's all said and done.
Dabo, when y'all sort of launched the Heisman campaign before the season, with the life-size poster and all, and I think a lot of people thought it was sort of a long shot at best, but obviously you didn't think that, I guess. Is it gratifying the fact that he's, still in the talk at this point, 7 games in?
Not surprised at all. I mean, I think in anything you got to have some vision. You don't just figure it out as you go. You got to have a vision of what you want to be and where you want to go, and then you kind of put the plan in place to get there. That's in anything you do. But for anybody who doubted that was a legitimate thing, then they just hadn't paid attention. This guy split time for 3 years with a good player and was in range coming into this season to be the all-time, everything in a lot of different categories as a part-time guy for 3 years. You know, that's amazing. And if you really sit down and you put your arms around what he's accomplished, it's breathtaking. I mean, it really is. And his explosiveness, I've never been around anything like it. I know there's no other guy in college football that do what he's done these first 7 games as far as the explosive plays that he's had. I don't know if there's been anybody in the last 10 years. I don't know. I mean, it's incredible. 60-yard play or so every game. There's probably some guys that had 2 or 3 in a game, but in every game to show up every week and to make that kind of impact, and not only, you know, and he's not one dimensional. I mean, it's receiving, it's rushing, it's returning. I mean, it's unbelievable what he's capable of. And when he hits that gear, it's over. When he hit the sideline the other night, he looked like Secretariat coming down the home stretch. I mean, it's just unbelievable. I mean, you know, these guys are on full scholarship. You know, highly recruited people, and he just separates himself. And if you sit down and probably part of the national media stuff is maybe people hadn't seen us on TV or things like that, but we sent out a highlight reel, and they sat down and they took all the highlight reels of all these other people that everybody wants to throw out there. Unless they got blinders on, their opinion would change real quick. But you know, those are all things that'll work itself out. But after 7 games, I'm not surprised at all that he's accomplished what he's accomplished. And you know, I just look forward to watching him play the rest of the year. I hope they keep kicking it to it.